Hello pretties, welcome to Webstorl. So this video is coming at ya very late, and that is because I had filmed it a couple weeks ago and then I thought I had posted it, and so I deleted the footage, and then I was going back to my videos and I'm like, what is it? Because I was trying to link it to another video and I couldn't find it. So here I am doing my 2021 ranking of the palettes. Also, that video I had filmed it late. Like, I filmed it very late because I was like, I only really bought 5 palettes last year, so I was like, is it even worth it? But I would want to see it if somebody else were to do it. So I was like, I guess if I would see it, y'all should want to see it. That might have been an assumption, but it is what it is. Here we are, and I have 5 palettes. Technically about 6 palettes in 2021. Also about the Zendo. However, I didn't actually use this palette until 2022, so I'm counting it towards my 2022 palettes. So I just want to put that out there. So I have 5 palettes that I bought in 2021, and I just want to kind of go over it with you guys. So let's do it. All right. So we're going to start from most disappointing to best. And the most disappointing has to be the Enchanted palette. I still haven't tried this shade right here, Innocent, with without setting my primer, my eyeshadow primer, but I really need to do that. This shadows have really been a little bit lackluster. Athena, they've been a little bit lackluster. They need definitely a glitter primer, and the mattes are ashy on me. Oh lord. And they definitely shouldn't be ashy on me, but they are ashy and I just don't love them. I don't love them. I'm not ready to give up on the palette yet, but I think I may declutter it at the end of the year. I may. Like, if I get some good use out of it and I feel like I got my fill out of it, I might keep it a little longer after that, but this is not going to be a permanent item in my collection because the quality was so underwhelming. I was not expecting, one, for the shades to be so light, not necessarily very buildable. On top of that, they're ashy. They're on me and they're just not very true color. So I don't love the eyeshadow formula. The most standout shadow for me is this one right here, which I've been using the heck out of it, which is Metamorphosis, which I may have found a dupe for it. Actually, haven't really tested it, but we might as well test it out now. So this is, see how much I have to like do to like build. So this is Metamorphosis, and I think that's Space Cowboy. Where's Solstice? Solstice. Here it is. Solstice. He kind of looks similar, but this one's going to be more reflective. Yep. See, they're so similar. This was a little more glittery and more reflective, and I did not need nearly as much buildup. So again, this is Solstice. I'll put this one at the top, and then you have Metamorphosis at the bottom. They're actually pretty close. Again, Solstice has just a little bit more impact. Yeah, I might be able to give up this palette then. And then the other shade I really like is Cosmos. This one does have a little more shine. I think I may have something else that's similar to that, but I'll have to look at my collection. I can't think top of my head. But the one thing that I knew for sure was Metamorphosis, and I definitely have a dupe for it that is a better quality dupe, actually. So this palette may just be on its way out of my collection at the end of the year. I definitely want to play with it some more, but this was a huge disappointment. The quality just wasn't there, and for the amount of work that I'm putting in for a $49 palette, it's just, no, that's not okay. It's just not okay. And again, they look ashy on me, and I'm not even that dark. Like, I have naturally tan olive skin because I'm Mexican, but Lord. All right, the next one. This one's actually really enjoy it, but I am putting it as 4th because I only got 5 palettes. I really didn't get that many. Now, this is my first thing I've ever tried from Ofra Cosmetics. I don't own anything else from Ofra. I've never tried anything else from Ofra, but I really enjoy this. I was actually really scared of these colors because these are the kind of colors that can look ashy on me, but don't. These are true to pigment. They're buildable. Everything that this other palette wasn't. This is it. I really enjoyed it. The only shade that I've not tried is this one right here, which is Dream Chaser, the highlighter, because you know what? I'm about to take off this makeup already. Why not? Let's just test it out. Is it really light on me? I actually blend it. It doesn't leave a cast. Let me look at the mirror behind. very reflective. I can definitely see it from the side, but it doesn't, it might be slightly too light, but I might be able to pull it off if I have, like, if I put my blush on top, which I usually put my blush after my highlighter. I might be able to like play with it. It's very blinding and I put very, very little. Okay, that makes me feel better. We tested it out. It's the only shadow that I hadn't used yet, so that makes me feel good. The only shadow that gives me a little bit of trouble is this one right here, which is the shade 23. And the reason why it gives me a little bit of trouble is because it's definitely more cooler toned than the rest of them. I have found a way to use it. So long as I don't use it as a transition or crease shade, I can pretty much make it work in the outer corner. And if I put another shade behind it or underneath it, I can blend, I can definitely deepen my crease with it, but it just cannot be my first shadow that I use. But other than that, all the shades worked really, really well for me. They're surprisingly pigmented, this too. Even this one right here is surprisingly pigmented, or you can definitely build up color, which I was pleasantly surprised. I was really pleasantly surprised, and I love Samantha March, so it was a huge plus. One that, honestly, the only reason this is in the middle is because the other two are really good. And that is the Scott Barnes. Now, quality-wise, this might need to be ranked a little higher, but it's just the color story is very it's a neutral palette. It's a mini. It's only 5 shades. There's very little you can do with it, but the formula in this, top notch, chef's kiss. They blend like a dream. Athena mama, please, thank you. They blend like a dream. They're so nice. And this shade right here, the middle one, this is what Tupper dreams are made of. It doesn't look like much, but when you layer on top, like this is their shimmer shade. So I'm just gonna put their shimmer shade and then put the glittery shade on top. It just does something. I don't know what it is. There's something about it. I really like it. I really enjoy it. These mattes though are the winners, the real winners. They blend so easily. They build really well. And they're just so nice. This formula is so nice. I kind of want to try one of his biggest palettes, but I just don't really love the color story of either ones that he has out. But I'm gonna look at if something really good comes out. Maybe I could potentially see myself buying that in the future, but no anytime soon. Now, if you saw my eyeshadow palette tag round 2, you would have seen I placed this at the very top. It's actually number 2. The reason for it is because I think with the other shade is just really more up my alley. It's my more personal preference. Not to say that this is not great, and I haven't got a lot of really great use out of it. It's just that number 1 is, it's really just plays more to my strengths. Regardless, I think this has better quality than my number 1, but the color story is very unique. And it's like a pastel rainbow. I only own 2 rainbow palettes, and this is one of them. It smells so good. It smells so good. It's really, I can't put my finger on it, but I know that smell and it smells really nice. But anyway, I really like this. These 2 dual chromes right here are absolutely gorgeous. Definitely can make some more wearable looks, but I just have shades here that I don't own. I have this duochrome right here that I don't have anywhere else. I don't have anything like this in my collection. I don't have a lavender, Athena. I don't have a lavender like this. I don't have these right here. Just a lot of very unique shades in my collection because I had a hole in my makeup collection and when it comes to my eyeshadows, and it was in pastels, and this bridged that, you know. Now, I don't have any holes that I know of yet. I probably will, because I definitely try to do like a periwinkle look. Oh God, Athena. And I just realized I don't own a periwinkle shade. And it's the Pantone color of the year is periwinkle. I don't own a periwinkle, so here we are. But this palette right here though, beautiful. I've been able to make some more wearable looks. I can easily incorporate these shades into a more neutral look, or if I want more colorful, I can definitely do that and build it up, because you do have this 3 shades right here that are a little bit more brighter, a little more poppy, and you can definitely make an impact with those 3. Overall, really, really, really love this shadow, this palette. It's just that you gotta be in a certain mood to play with it, you know what I mean? And I'm just not always in that mood, and I think that's why I got ranked just a little bit lower. But regardless, really, really, really enjoy this palette. I'm just keep looking at it, and god damn it, this is so pretty. Look, very similar. It's just a little more, I guess, a punch, you know? All right. Number 1 is the Red Dragon. And it's just, this is just more up my alley. I like more neutral palettes with pops of color, specifically green, because I love me some green. And I also love that it has that little like mustardy yellow shade, because I love mustard yellow shades. And that multichromes and the multichrome and the duochrome. So this is a multichrome right here, which is Luna. In the camera, it looks very purple, but when I'm looking at it from the side, it looks very, very green. And then Solar Flare, it's a duochrome. And then you have, this is more of a topper shade. And then you have Amber, which is a more normal, natural shimmer shade. I don't love the shimmer formula from Odin's Eye. This is Odin's Eye and Judy's collection, by the way. I don't love the shimmer formula. The mattes are beautiful. They're blendable. They have a actually pretty good kick straight off the get-go, but not too much. And they easily build, so if you want more of an impact, you can definitely do that. So I really enjoy the matte formula. The shimmers on the other side, they're a little chunky, which is not my preference. I like something more smooth. That's why I love the Los Angeles formula for her shimmers. Super smooth, so soft. Literally can just grab any shadow and you can just put it right over the eye, easily blend it out. But this take a little work. Now the effect that they have on the eye, top notch. The effect, the multichrome, the duochrome, you're definitely going to see that color. The duochromeness, whatever way you're going to see it, you're definitely going to see it. I really, really enjoy the effect. And even the topper shade, I really enjoy. It's just, they're so dry. Especially this topper shade, it's extremely dry. And it takes a lot. Like, you have to, like, if I just go right like that, it's not a lot. And if I try to put it in my hand, for example, it's not a lot. You have to really, like, I'm like really digging in there to get a lot of payoff and to be able to, oh gosh, be able to transfer that payoff. So I gotta really build it. See that? And I just feel like I don't love that. They're a little drying, which is not my personal preference. But once it's down, it doesn't look gritty, or it doesn't feel gritty either. Because I've definitely had other shadows that can be a little like, you can just feel the chunks of glitter, which you can see them in this one, that the texture is there, but you can't feel them. And that's always, I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. I don't want to feel it. I want to see it. I don't want to feel it. So that's nice. But because they're just a little bit drier than I need. I definitely can say that I don't think you can use a brush with these shadows. I think you have to go with a finger because they're so chunky. I'm just curious. I'm gonna grab a random palette, just a random palette. I mean, and granted, this is not my more high quality brushes. It's like cheap brush, but I just want to test it out. It seems to be like quite a bit of product there, but yeah, that's when I'm putting it right here with the shadow. It's not really doing much. I want to pick up that same shade, and I went for amber. So I want to grab amber again. I just want to see the comparison, because I've noticed this. You really gotta, oh wow, that's a big, yeah, no, that's a big difference. That's a big difference. So this was with the brush, this was with the finger. You really have to go with the finger. They do have quite a bit of fallout for the shimmers, the glitters. The mattes, I didn't really experience anything with the mattes, but the shimmers have a little bit of fallout. So definitely would recommend using a glitter glue underneath, or do your makeup before, or your base before you do your eyes. But they're a little gritty. You know, I just want to put it out there. I don't love the formula. I like the effect a lot. I mean, that's a really pretty shadow. It's a really nice effect. It just, you have to grab with your fingers, which I don't mind. That's usually how I do my eyeshadow, my shimmers anyway. But sometimes it's nice to be able to just not get your fingers dirty and just grab a brush and do it. Because I grabbed a similar brush like this in a video not long ago, and from Los Angeles, and it just went on beautifully. I want to do that now, just to like showcase what I mean. Okay, well, is this one clean? Okay, this one's clean. I'm just gonna grab a shadow from here. Let's go with the blue. Bam. And okay, well, that didn't really look that great. Never mind, let's take that out. That didn't really look that great. I'm sure if I went with my finger, it's just a tiny little touch. Actually, it does look very similar. It might just be the kind of shade it is. It's probably a little softer. Anyway, I'm just a little disappointed just because I know I have other shimmers that are a lot nicer. But regardless, the effect is very pretty. I can work with it. It just takes a little extra work. I didn't necessarily want to put it in, but overall, I love the palette. I really love the color story more than anything. I love the shadows. I love the little duochromeness of it, and I really enjoyed this palette overall. I went on a little tangent that was unnecessary. We did a little swatching that, again, was unnecessary. I wasn't really planning for it. But here we are. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Did you pick up any of these palettes? Are you interested in any of them? Let me know what's the goods, what's deeds. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.